A&E is working on a documentary about Evel Knievel, and their film crew used our studios to work on the project. When we posted a picture of them working in Ephrata, one iFIBER News follower told us about his memories of the famous daredevil. Reporter Jeff Chu fills us in.
Moses Lake's Daryl Olson was just a teenager when he met the man in the early 60s who would become Evel Knievel, the legendary motorcycle jumping daredevil. Daryl became friends with the guy he first knew as Bob Knievel. They rode together with their motorcycle club until Knievel moved away after about 5 years in Moses Lake to hit the big time in the late 1960s. Daryl still has film footage he shot at age 15 of Knievel's first motorcycle track in Moses Lake.
The film that you may be able to see here was one of Evel Knievel's original racetracks that he built in Moses Lake, where now stands the Moses Lake Auto Wrecking Truck Yard. There's no sign of the track there anymore.
Daryl described the track where he says Knievel made his first ramp-to-ramp jump on a regular street bike like those everyone else rode off-road as well. Daryl was there to witness the jump.
In my best recollection is his first jump. There's other versions where it was in Yakima, but there definitely was a jump in Moses Lake prior to his Yakima jump. And I think that was the very beginnings and start of his career as a ramp-to-ramp jumper.
Daryl remembers how Bob Knievel got his show name.
He was a member of our motorcycle club at one point. It was called the Nomads back them days.
Moses Lake?
Moses Lake. And one of the fellow club members, a fellow by the name of Barry Bales, at one of our club meetings, kind of looked at Bob and he said, "You know, you're evil," because he's always thinking up something to do. And so we started calling him Evel Knievel in our clubhouse, even though there's other descriptions of where he got the name Evel Knievel, but we never heard that from anybody until after Barry Bales said that, and then he became, at least here in Moses Lake, Evel Knievel. And where his shop is currently the Edward Jones building there on Broadway.
He last saw Knievel when he visited friends in Moses Lake.
20 years after he'd left, he pretty much done doing most of his stunts, but he came back to Moses Lake because he still liked it here, and he had friends here, and his favorite hangout was the Porter House. And by then I had attained the age to join him in there and have a brew, and during the conversation he said he has something for me, and he went out to his motorhome and he brought me back a copy of his documentary Last of the Gladiators, which I felt very privileged to have a copy of that from him.
Daryl's brother, who now lives in Spokane, still rides the motorcycle that their father, Ralph, bought from Knievel in Moses Lake. It was a 1962 250 Matchless. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We will be right back after this.